Hey guys, how you doing today? I'm Dr. Stephen Akintan. Welcome to another episode of my daily life while taking a walk. And so we want to look at today using the law of association to build wealth. Using the law of association to build wealth. Now, the law of association here is quite different from the regular law of association. Okay, and the law of association here simply means you reflect your financial status is a function of the closest people to you. Basically, this says you'll be as rich as the closest people to you. So if your relationships impact on how poor or how rich you are, then you have to be intentional about building those relationships, about who is your friend and how you go about connecting and building relationships, okay? So welcome everybody. Please share this video, invite more people to join us, get more people to come and join us, and let's have a great time today, okay? So share this link with your friends. If you guys can hear me, can you type "I can hear you"? I want to be sure that you can hear me very well. So if you can hear me, type "I can hear you", I can hear you. Okay, so let me start by saying there's no neutral association, right? Your associations are either adding to you or taking from you. But there's no such thing as a neutral association. So I've seen people who just say, oh, there's no harm in being friends with this person, even though they are negative. Well, the bad news is that there's no neutral friendship. There's no neutral association. Every association is either adding or taking from you. And so there is a need, if you're going to be wealthy, to review the relationships. If you are not yet wealthy, you have to review your relationship. Even if you're wealthy, if you want to increase it, you also have to look at the relationships that you have, the associations that you're keeping. Now, let me tell you this. It's not all relationships that you keep for money's sake. And it's not everybody that should be your friend have to be extremely rich. That's not what we're talking about here. But they have to be extremely positive. Okay, and that is very, very important. So we're going to look at the various aspects of relationships, association, and the types you should keep. So I'm going to start by mentioning 5 types of relationships you need in your life. Are you ready? If you're ready, type "I'm ready, I'm ready". 5 types of associations that you need in your life. 5 types. The first type of association that you need in your life, I call them the unconditional love association. Unconditional love association. Now, if everybody in your life, okay, only love you for the good things you stand for your strengths, for your good qualities, then you don't really have good friends. You must be able to have certain relationships that are going to stick by you in good and bad times. People who are still going to stick by you even when you fail, right? And the word for this is faithful association. So the first association you need are faithful association. People who are just faithful. It's a very difficult thing to find nowadays. A lot of people in your life today are in it for something. And there's nothing wrong with that, actually. But if everybody around you is in it for something, then something is wrong. You must have people in your life who are just committed to their relationship with you. They just love you the way you are. They love you for who you are. Some of them is because they are biologically related to you. Some of them are connected to you by religion, right? So maybe you attend the same church, or you're a member of the same mosque, or whatever religious association that you have. Some of them are close to you because you went to school together and you grew up together. But whatever it is, you must have that category of what I call the faithful friendship, the faithful association. Everybody type faithful association. Come on, everybody type faithful association. Now, why this is very, very critical is that, particularly as an entrepreneur, you will have bad days, right? You have days where all you need is a word like "we love you," okay? We have your back, okay? We're here for you. That's all you need. You know, how many of you have been in a situation where all you just need is a positive word of affirmation? I mean, you're going to explain what happened, what the person did, but what you really are yearning for is that voice that say, don't worry, okay? They may disappoint you, but we are here for you. But we love you, right? No matter what, we're here. How many of you have been in that situation where that's just all you're longing for, right? You don't want who is right, who is wrong. You don't even want anybody to analyze the situation, even though you are complaining about it. But what you just want to hear is, we're here for you, right? We're praying with you. We believe God for you. That's all you want to hear. So you need this type of association because there will be a season of your life, I promise you, where that is all you need. Okay? Your rich friends ain't doing it. Money won't do it. Okay? Whatever won't do it. You just need that faithful connection, faithful team. People you know have your back. They're not going to stab you. They're not going to betray you, right? Because as you build wealth, as you work your way to the top, you will face many, many betrayals. You will face a lot of people who just will stab you, and then they will look you at the face and say, yeah, you failed at the end of the day. We made sure you failed, right? And you thought they were your friends. Until you fall, you never get to know who they really are. So you need that faithful association. Everybody type faithful association. Come on, type it. Now, no matter how high you rise in life, never joke with this category of association. They should be so close to your chest. They should be so tight to you. There are usually not many anyway, but you must make sure you invest in making them happy. Okay? Invest in making your spouse is in that category, right? So for me, for my own peace of mind, it is mandatory, okay, to make sure my wife is happy. It is right. It is a responsibility I don't even joke with, right? It is a duty. If I want to be okay, I have to make sure my wife is okay. So there are people like that. There are many people like that in your life. It could be your mom, it could be your dad. If you need to be sending them money every month, just make sure this category, because the issue is that you don't always need them, but guess what? The day you need them is going to be sudden, and you cannot mend that relationship when you need them. So they have to be on standby to be a shoulder you can cry on in your most difficult days. And that's why, please hear this, everybody. Wealth is not just money, okay? Money is just an aspect of wealth. Wealth is not just money, okay? Okay? Wealth is not just money. Money is just an aspect of it. There are so many aspects of wealth that money cannot buy. So many aspects of wealth. Money can't buy it. So if everything about your life is only about people as rich as you are, it's all about money, you're missing it. For me, one of the things that keeps me going is that a lot of the greatest things about my life, money can't buy. And people don't know that, right? And somebody said, may you not be so poor that the only thing you have is money, right? Can I hear an amen about that? May you not be so poor that the only thing you have is money. You need to have more than that. And I can assure you, faithful association is part of your wealth, right? I will know you are wealthy when I see people who are just loyal to you to the core. at our level, we often meet people, even when we go work, with friends. We ask those who work with them, how long have you been with this person? Somebody says 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. And it helps us to know how wealthy the person is. For me, when I meet rich friends, I want to know their associates. And I ask questions. And when I see them have a lot of faithful associates, I know that's a wealthy man. Okay? So wealth is not just about physical cash. It's not just about money. It's about having faithful people around you. Are you ready for number 2? Okay? Using law of association to build wealth. Are you ready for number 2? Number 2. If you're ready, type I'm ready. Remember, share this. Get more people to join us. Let's learn today. Okay, if you're ready, type I'm ready. Using the law of association to build wealth. So number 2 type of association that you need. Okay, and these are very, very important. I call them the announcers. Okay, the announcers. Now these are the people who announce your greatness. For those of you who are Christians, you will have heard the story of John the Baptist, okay, who or announced who Jesus was, okay. And until John the Baptist announced Jesus Christ, if you check the scripture, okay, the ministry of Jesus didn't actually start. So you need to have announcers. There are associations that just announce you, just get the world to notice you exist. You must have such people. Another word is they endorse your credibility, right? Their word is gold. When they say you are here, everybody listen, right? The woman at the well, thank you, Black Camel, right? The woman at the well was also an announcer of Jesus' ministry, right? You need those people. They are strategic relationship. They are people that their word is gold, right? And even in territories, when you move to a new territory, you have to ask yourself, who are the announcers here, right? I've had to open businesses in different parts of the world, and when I get to a new location, it's like I'm starting all over again. So you guess what? Even though I've been very successful from the previous countries I have been working now, but because I'm in a new environment, okay, nobody knows me that much. So you need the announcer in that location to come and say, all hail, all hail this person, all hail that person. This guy is here, he's credible, he's this, he's that. And many of us who are entrepreneurs, we overlook these things. We joke with these things. We joke with the importance that some people need to talk about you in high places. Some people have to say good things about you. It's important, right? And there are people whose major role is doing that. One of those people that did that for me was Dr. Pebanwo. He's doing his 60th, and people around me wonder why I will leave Nigeria, get to the US and then go to Omaha. Omaha is a whole different, is in Nebraska, okay, just to celebrate one man. I went there, had joined him for the evening get together dinner, and the following morning I was out just to go and honor one man, right? But the reason was because Dr. Pell was like an announcer for me about 10 years ago or so. When he got to meet me, his path has crossed with many people. I met Herbert Wigwe through Dr. Pebanwo, right? Him and Herbert were even bunk mates, so you can imagine. Someone who had worked with him before, Ambody has worked with him before. I'm talking of the past two, the current and the former governor of Lagos State have both worked with him. So this is a guy who knows everybody. He's an institution, he's an industry person, way older than I am. And until he started going about and said, I just met this young man, Steven, that guy's going places. 10 years ago, you know, he would tell everybody, great guy, Steven is this, that guy. And the more he talked about, because I had a challenge, right? I was born in another part of Nigeria. So for over 20 something years of my life, it was either in Maiduguri or in Kwara State. Now, I had just moved to Lagos. Nobody knows me. I'm not from a rich home. And the way things I got to realize work among the elites, and it's not just in Lagos, it's globally, right? The elite circle is very small. Please, everybody notice this and take this very, very seriously. And this is why don't burn bridges. Can everybody type, do not burn bridges? No matter what happens, you're going to have relationship with people. Some of them are going to hurt you, but don't burn bridges, particularly with people who are ahead of you. Because the elite circle is very small, okay? And it takes years to get into. It's either your father was an elite, and then you join that elite circle by virtue of being his son, okay, and things like that. So the danger is that it's not easy to just join the elite, and they always ask themselves, who is that guy? Tell me the story of that guy, you know. So for me, I lacked anybody who could identify me. I didn't have any powerful person or famous person or an elite who could vouch for me. So it was a major issue for a long time, until Dr. Peck came and would tell people, oh, that guy, I know him, he's one of my boys, great guy. And the more he talked about me, the more, at least in the elite circle, the more comfortable they got with me. And some of them, you know, were now open to doing things with me. Are we learning, guys? If we're learning, type I'm learning. So, types of association you need: the faithful association or the faithful relationship. The second, okay, the announcers. Okay, I'm talking of types of relationship you need when building wealth. The second is the announcers, okay, association. These guys can talk about you to the rooftop and open doors you can't open on your own. And their word is gold, right? When they kind of endorse you, it's like being bankrolled. Are we together? Are we learning? Number 3 association that you need, okay, or type of association that you need, and they are very important in building wealth, is the social capital association. Social capital. Now, these guys don't have money. They don't have money, but they have what money cannot buy. Right? The social capital association. These guys practically are owed by everybody. Everybody needs them. Everybody owes them. So when they recommend you, because people are always looking for an opportunity to do something for them, okay, when they recommend you, it's gold. Right? It's gold. Like, people will fall over themselves to help you just because the social capital association is in your life. I'll give you a practical example. There was a lady who started an institute. Okay? Started an institute. And for a long time, nobody was going to give her attention. For a long time. And she was frustrated. And then she met Mrs. Ibukun Awoshika. Mrs. Ibukun Awoshika, right? And Mrs. Ibukun said, from today, put my name on your letterhead as a member of your board. Okay? So again, I keep showing this all the time. I'm in the US or UK. These are homeless people. Over there is also homeless, literally sleeping under the bridge. So for those of you who want to just run out of Africa, Okay, thinking that once you leave Africa, you can be picking money on the street. That's not how it works. So let's not forget, it's as difficult everywhere else as it is also in Africa. Now, this woman, Mrs. Bukwa Oshika, this lady then put her, Mrs. Oshika, on her letterhead. The same places she's dropped her proposal and they were not willing to sponsor her projects. Same place, I'm not saying a new one. The same places they rejected her, the same people, okay, called her back and were suddenly willing to sponsor what she was doing. It was like a miracle. As soon as she put Ibukwa Oshika on her letterhead, suddenly her proposal started getting accepted. And then, you know, opportunities started coming and things were working for her. That is a social capital association. And there are people like that, and you must look for them in whatever city you know you operate. Who are the people who have social capital in this city? Who are the people who have social capital in this country that I am in? Who are the people that by me just taking picture with them, people just want to help me, right? Just on that basis. Who are the people that when they call, okay, when they call, right, it doesn't matter. They will say, because of you, we'll even not do what you have said, we'll double what you've asked for. I know of a man who was in trouble, right? Big trouble. And I mean, if whether he was right or wrong, he was going to go to jail. But the problem wasn't him going to jail. The problem was the embarrassment of somebody at his caliber, at his level, being sent to jail. It was really humiliating. And then he met, you know, through someone, he got in contact with one of those people who have what we call social capital. Okay? Social capital. And the person called, and guess what? They told him, well, we'll investigate the case, but we'll not lock you up again. I will not create the embarrassment we have planned for you. Just because, and of course, it was a case that he was innocent anyway. But the problem is that the embarrassment that will have occurred as a result of the whole process of arresting him and all of that will have tarnished his reputation, that even if they eventually discover he was innocent, nobody is going to believe. Remember, perception is stronger than reality, right? Okay? Perception is stronger than reality. How many of you agree with me? So, you need people with social capital. You need relationship that have social capital in your life. You need people that have social capital in your life. You need people whose name will open doors, whose word is gold. They may never give you a dime, okay, but their influence in just their association with you means a lot. Are we learning, guys? If you're learning type, I'm learning. Okay? This is why, and I'm happy I'm breaking this down, because many of us, whenever we think of wealthy relationship or association, when we talk about your network determines your net worth, many of you think it's all about, connecting with rich people, or rich people will give you money. That's not really what it's about. Most of the associations you will meet that will change your life, it is not physical cash they will give you. Oh, someone needs to write that down. Let me say it again. Most of the relationship that will change your life completely, okay, it is not physical cash that they will give you. It is counsel, it is calls, it is association, just opportunity to associate with them is changing your brand. Please write this down. Brand rub off on brands. Everybody type that. Brand rub off on brands. Can we all type it? Brand rub off on brands. Again, brands rub off on brands. So when I talk about social capital association, what they are offering you is the fact that their brand will or will rub off on your own brand and make your brand solid. Okay? And so I'll give a practical example of somebody who reached out to me one time and said, oh, I just left Dr. Cosmo's house and I've reached out to your office and I'm doing business to the tune of so. And he said to me, he said, Dr. Cosmos said some very good things about you. I've heard about you for a long time. But listening to Dr. Cosmos talking about you, I decided to do business with your company. And he did a very huge volume. Huge volume. Now, I've never asked Dr. Cosmos for a dime in my life. Never. Okay? But those are part of the fringe benefits. And that's why I laugh when I see young people, even with me, Stephen Akintayo, all they think they want to get is, doctor, give me money, pay my school fees, send me money, help me. And some don't know that there are a lot of things that I can do for you that money can't buy. Okay, because with that gentleman, not only was he able to do business with us, he eventually became a very good partner and a loyal partner because we did other things aside him doing business with our company. But it was basically Dr. Cosmos' brand rubbing off on my brand. Are we learning, guys? For learning type, I'm learning. So make sure when you build relationships, particularly using the law of association to build wealth, don't put burden of give me money on a lot of people. That's not really the best thing, right? Just that you're associated with them is helping your brand to rise higher. It is years later you begin to hear people tell you, I did this for you because of this person. I did this for you because of this person. I remember a particular event planner. Her sister had died, but the sister was kind to me years ago. Very, very kind to me. We used to run an NGO. The sister literally volunteered and anchored our event. She was a radio host, invited us to our radio station, did some stuff, and years later she died. It was so painful when she died, but I vowed, I wasn't rich then. I said, when God bless me, the sister is a top event planner, right? I said, when God bless me, I will patronize the sister just because of our late sister. So I remember we did a deal, it was good money, and I then told her, I said, I decided to patronize you because of your sister, right? Your late sister and I were close. So it's important to know, right, that, there are a lot of social capital association. There's so much they will do for you, right? You will just begin to enjoy unmerited favor. You will enjoy on, things you don't even qualify for. But let me warn you also that you also inherit their enemies, okay? So are we learning, guys? Again, if we're learning type, I'm learning. No great person does not have an enemy, so you should know that. So the same way you are inheriting their friends, you also inherit their enemies, because people will look at you and just say, right? People who don't like them. But the good news is that, can I shock you? Their enemies are usually inconsequential. Their enemies can't better your lot. So a lot of times, I have had great associations that had social capital, okay? And people would tell me, I don't like them. But what I used to tell myself is that you don't like them, but hey, what does that mean? How does that change anything? Whether you like them or not, you can't add value to them. Me that you're also talking about, you can't add value to me. How many of you have, and by the way, I hope you will change. How many of you have cut off from people just because of what somebody said about them? And those people were nice to you, and the person saying bad things about them has never added any value to you. Come on, be honest. If you have made that mistake, just type me. Because I made that mistake until I learned about this principle I'm teaching you. I used to be so bothered. If somebody say bad things about another person, I used to just take it as the truth until I started growing up myself. And I realized that there's no way you will do great things and you not have enemies. There's no way you rise to the top and some people won't like you, everybody will like you. In fact, if everybody like you, it's a sign of mediocrity. Hey, someone should write that down. If everybody likes you, it's a sign of mediocrity. It's a sign that you're mediocre somehow, right? If everybody likes you, it's a sign that you are practicing mediocrity. Because for those who are at the top, for those who are rising and doing great things, it's just normal that they also attract enemies. Are we learning? So if you decide to become shy, or you decide to cut off from great relationships that have added value to you just because of what somebody that has never added any value to you, what they were saying, that you are missing it big time. Are we learning? Again, if you are learning, just type, I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. Okay? If you're learning, type, I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. Okay, good. Everybody's learning, everybody's learning, everybody's learning. For those of you just coming, thank you for joining. I'm Dr. Stephen Akinta, and I'm talking today about using the law of association to build wealth. And I started by just breaking down what are the types of associations that you need when you're on the journey to build wealth. Okay, first we talked about faithful association, right? Second, we talked about announcers. Third, we talked about social capital association of people who have good name, good integrity, good name. And that's why the Bible says good name is better than silver and gold. You need people with good name to like you. And there's something Grant Cardone always say, and it's very powerful. He said, it's not the people you know that matters, it's the people that know you that matters. Right? Having great people to know you and to be willing to vouch for you is a big thing. So it's not just, oh, I know this person, I know that person. Do those people know you? And how well do they know you? And how willing are they to support your cause? Because your life will ultimately change when powerful people know you. And those powerful people are willing to go extra mile for you. I hope this makes sense. Your life will ultimately change when powerful people know you. And those powerful people are willing to go extra mile for you. And that takes me to number 4 type of relationship you need. You need powerful people. Okay? You need powerful people. Now, what's the definition of a powerful relationship or a powerful association? Right? It simply means the person has the might to change situation and circumstances in your favor in certain area. So, if you are an entrepreneur, you need powerful lawyers. Because as you start building wealth, people will come after you. So if you don't have powerful lawyer, your business is over from the beginning. Many businesses have crumbled not because there were no good ideas, but because one lawsuit finished them. And you are in America, for those of you in the Western world, you're in a country where it's just easy for people to come after you. And then your business is finished. Day one is gone. Right? We've seen companies that were wrecked to the ground just because, they came after them. So these are very sensitive things, very, very important conversation. You need powerful lawyers. Okay? You do. If you are in Africa and certain countries, you need powerful people in law enforcement. Okay? Not because you are about to break the law, but because you are in developed countries, to even enforce the law, okay, you need to know people who are in the law or the powerful people in the law. And I'll give you an example. as you start building your wealth, particularly in third world country, people will steal from you. And until you make an example of one or two people who have stolen from you, right, people will never stop stealing from you. And it's not just about making money. What ultimately makes you wealthy is your ability to preserve the money you've made. So if you don't build relationship with people in law enforcement who can then help make sure that they enforce the law, because you know what I'm talking about. In Africa, people can break the law and think they are smarter than you and still come after you and still try to use the law, okay, against you. Who knows what I'm talking about? And I've seen so many of such situations. So if you don't build that strong, powerful relationships that can help enforce the law, okay, when people come and take advantage of you, then you are in a mess. Okay? What other relationship do you need? You need, and this is very important, you need powerful people in the media. Okay? The richer you get, what is really at stake is your reputation. I want you to write that down. The richer you get, what is really at stake is your reputation. And people in the media will finish your reputation before it gets started. Okay? Mess it up big time. Now, you would think it's people in the media. It's usually competitors. It's competitors. How many of you know about the Dangote Bua war? If you know about the Dangote Bua war, type I know. If you don't know, type I don't know. Now, Dangote has created a monopoly in the cement industry in Nigeria. Okay? Just like the Coke and Pepsi war. Right? And Bua is trying to take over from Dangote. Bua is trying to take over from Dangote. And what has Bua constantly done, okay, is to try to create more awareness on issues that they believe Dangote is weak, or, by whatever. So you will see recently Dangote accusing Bua of paying media houses to write, bad things about Dangote Group, accusing them of taking dollar from CBN and causing part of the dollar crisis, right? So a lot of times what you're gonna realize is that your reputation will start going at stake, and what really causes it most time is that you've not built relationship with powerful people in the media who can be fair. And you are not building that relationship because you want to fight anybody, right? In many cases, you just want them to be fair. How do I mean? Some news about you will be published if you don't have powerful friends in the media, right? But if you have powerful friends in the media, they will investigate those things, right? Rather than just publish it, facts or no facts. I have seen situations whereby stories were carried about me that were false, right? Never true. I'm surprised reading them the same way anybody else is reading them. But obviously, the publisher of that newspaper doesn't like me or know me, okay? But if the publisher knows me, we say, no, before you publish this story, can we investigate further and be sure that it truly happened or not? Okay? Are we learning, guys? If we're learning type, I'm learning. So you need powerful friends. You need powerful association. If you're going to use the law of association to build wealth, you must understand the importance of building powerful associations. And part of those powerful associations is as people in the media. Okay? There are several other aspects as well. Spiritually, you need to build association with spiritual leaders, right? Because everything in this world that is physical is first created in the spiritual realm. So if you don't have spiritual people speaking, praying for you, right, and talking about who you are and believing God for you and praying for you, okay, one diabolic person can mess you up. And you have to be ready for that. So intentionally, you have to invest in building relationship with powerful spiritual leaders. It's depending on whatever faith you are and what you believe in. But it's important to have spiritual people speak for you, pray for you, speak into your life. Those things are very, very important. Okay. Next type of association you need to keep and have, okay, is wealthy association. Can you guys be typing these things, huh? Can anybody type from the first to the last? I've talked about the type of association you need to keep. Can somebody help me type it? Right, so the next one is you need to build association with rich people. Yes, rich, right? Rich people. So you need association with rich people, and I'll tell you why this is very powerful. Okay, many times you will have opportunity, and if you don't have rich association, you cannot bankroll those opportunities. Many of the people who become rich that you've ever seen anywhere in the world, it was because those who already have money decided to invest in their cause. So there was Bill Gates was having all these ideas, was a genius, but he got funding for Microsoft. Okay, the Bill Gates you know today did not emerge. Mark Zuckerberg, the same thing. Jeff Bezos had to rely on his dad, okay, taking his retirement savings as part of the capital he used to start Amazon. And several other people who had money had to trust him enough to give him money. So if you don't have wealthy or rich association, the day, you see, there's something we always talk about, that luck is opportunity meeting preparation. So when you say somebody's lucky, it simply means there was an opportunity that came and they were prepared. But what this also means is that for you to be wealthy, there has to be an alignment between the right ideas, okay, and then the resources to execute the ideas. Come on, who understand what I'm talking about? So you have a good idea, great idea, but the resources isn't there. You're on your own. Your idea, and that's why the Bible talks about the fact that the wisdom of the poor is despised. Nobody cares about the wisdom of a poor man, right? So you're a poor man and you are wise. Well, who cares? But if you're a rich man and you're wise, oh, everybody cares. So it is very important to intentionally build relationship with wealthy associations so that when some great opportunity comes, right, those people can help bankroll those opportunities because one, it was a good idea. Secondly, they've known you over the years, right? And so why not? They're just going to do it. They're just going to do it. So for me, for example, I didn't know how important having wealthy association or rich association until I started doing real estate. Because what it done was I had some of the best locations, but I didn't have the money. Okay, I had some of the best ideas when it comes to real estate, but I didn't have association with people who could give me the money to go do those deals, right? And many of those people don't have the time to go do it themselves. So they would rather have me do it, but I didn't have a relationship with them. So I always advise people, before you ever need a rich man, be their friend. Can everybody type that? Before you will ever need a rich man, be their friend. In such a way that the day you will need their help, they will be more than willing to help you. It will come naturally. They are the ones saying, why didn't you tell me? I'm interested in investing in this. Why am I not a part of this project? Come on, let's do this. Why? Because they've known you, you've built relationship with them, you've proven you have integrity. They've gotten to know that, hey, this guy is a guy I can vouch for. But you know what happened, many of us, is the day we now have a big project, we need big money, then we start knocking on the doors of all the rich people we know. Right? And the person is like, I've been here all these years. You never you never knocked on my door. And at that point, it then looks as if you want to use them. Are we learning here? For a learning type, I'm learning. So it looks as if you just want to use the rich person. But hear this from me. Everybody you've seen that becomes exceptionally rich, right, today, it was because at some point they came in contact with other rich people. And the day they had the best opportunity, those rich relationships were able to answer to them. I'll give you an example of a story. How many of you know a oil company called Rain Oil? If you know an oil company called Rain Oil, right? The founder of Rain Oil shared a story of how he used to be a marketing manager of a company, right? And something happened. They now had a lot of their products just lying down and no way to sell them. Okay, but he used to go play golf prior to that time. You see what I'm talking about? And he had these people he would play golf with. He didn't even know who they were. He didn't even know how powerful these people were. He would just go and play golf, and sometimes play with them, carry carts with them, play the nice boy. They were like his ones. And so this particular day, he was really bothered. How was he going to sell this whole shipment that came in? And he looked worried. So in the course of the golf, one of those he plays with said, "What's the problem?" He said, "This." He said, "Oh, by the way, he said, what's the container you mentioned?" So the man gave him his car. He said, "Come see me in the office." Right? Sometimes and that's why I advise a lot of you, go to where the rich go. Everybody write it now. Go to where the rich go. If you want to be friends of the rich, go to where the rich go. No matter how expensive it is to be there. Let me say it again, and you should write it down. Come on, everybody, type it. If you want to be rich, go to where the rich go. No matter how expensive it is to be there. I'll say it again. If you want to be rich, go to where the rich go. No matter how expensive it is to be there. So, the man just gave him his card. True story. He never knew how powerful this man was. I guess he was the top person in one of the multinationals. People you want to go meet, and then you have to go through multiple offices, and then everybody's asking you, do you have appointments? It was at that point he knew who he was dealing with. And a product that typically will take almost a year to sell, he sold it like that. Because he met the man in his office and he called the procurement manager and said, buy the entire grain this man had. And that was the beginning of the change of story for this man, because he was in sales and of course there's commission, and he just changed his entire trajectory. He later on started his own oil company, and today Rain Oil. But the breakthrough happened from that golf course, right? Meeting a wealthy person who then opened the door. So you see why I said, before you ever need a rich man, be their friends. How many of you can relate? Now, if you can relate, I can relate. You see why I emphasize on that. Before you ever need a rich man, be their friends. You see why I said that? Okay? Because if he wasn't a friend of this very powerful person and rich person and well-connected person, in the course of the golf, that they've been playing golf for years, and he didn't even know who the man was, by the time he needed the man, he wouldn't be willing to help. Right? So build relationship before you ever need it. be very proactive when it comes to relationship. Be very proactive. Don't make it the day you need someone. That's the day you, oh, please be my friend or help me or do this. No. Build the relationship way in advance. So, number 5 or so, type of association you need, okay, rich association. You need it. Okay, money is a defense. Everybody type it. Money is a defense. May you not need money before you know this. Money is a defense, and it's important to have it. But more importantly is to have people who have it, because no matter how rich you are, you never have all the money you need. Elon Musk today is still looking for money. I'm not if you're aware. If you know, type I know. If you don't know, type I don't know. Let me say it again. Elon Musk today is still looking for money. If you know, type I know. If you don't know, type I don't know. Let me say it again. Elon Musk today is still looking for money. A lot of people don't know this. The richer you get, the more money you need. Okay? The people who need money the most are rich people, because they are constantly expanding their businesses. Their businesses constantly need liquidity, right? Because sometimes we think it's just about growing a business, but sustaining the business requires so much liquidity. So to sustain a company, there's something we call cash flow, right? Without the right cash flow, you can't sustain your company. I didn't know this for a long time until I got to a point where our company today, there are some weeks we need 100 million in 1 week. There are some weeks we need 1 billion naira for that week, right? And it's at that point I understand that real wealth is not even how much you have in the bank. It's called cash flow. Everybody say cash flow. The real wealth is that the money is available as and when you need it. Come on. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Real wealth is that the money is available just as you need it. And that's what we call cash flow. So it's not just that money is stuck somewhere. It's that as you constantly need the liquidity, it is available. So when you look at rich people, it's not what some money they stash in their account, it's the cash flow they have. Dangote, for example, as I speak to you, is the richest black man. For those of you who don't know Dangote, is still in need of money. Okay? But the strength of Dangote is that every blessed day, his company, every day, is doing in excess of 100 billion rather, right? Across the different divisions. Maybe someday it comes as low as 10 billion. But there will never be a day that Dangote Group collectively will do less than 5 billion naira in a day. So the ultimate wealth of Dangote is the cash flow. Are we together now? So everybody type true money, right, is cash flow. Come on. True wealth or true riches is cash flow. I think I will use the word riches. True riches is cash flow. Your ability to make money. That's why the wealthiest people in the world, they don't make money per month. They don't make money every quarter. They don't make money every year. They make money every second. The wealthiest people make money per second. The next wealthiest people make money per minute. The next wealthiest people make money per hour. The next wealthiest people make money daily. Which category are you? Of course, the poorer ones make money every month or every 2 weeks. The least category you want to be here is to make money every day. Okay? Come on, are we learning, guys? If you're learning, type I'm learning. The least category you want to be is to make money every day. That's really definition of wealth. But if you make money every week, every month, oh no, you are in trouble already. You have to restructure your finances in such a way that there is cash flow every day. Come on, everybody type, I am making money daily. I want you to type it right now. Quickly, come on, type it. I am making money daily. From today, I'm going to work on making money daily. But if you want to master the game of making money daily, then you have to associate with those who are already making money daily. That helps you to begin to see the pressure as well that comes with making money daily. Okay? The structure that is required for making money daily. The system that is in place for daily income people. Right? Because it's not by luck. It's intentional. There's a whole structure around making money daily. There's a whole system that has to be in place if you're going to be in the category of those who make money daily. But ultimately, that's when you will now start tasting wealth. When you start making good money every day, then you are now on your way to real wealth. Because just based on your cash flow alone, the banks want to be your friend. Right? Just based on your cash flow alone, your vendors want to be your friend. Right? Just based on your cash flow alone, you start attracting people that matter. Because you are now an industry, your business, your sector. And a lot of people are targeting your sector, and they will be willing to favor you because you are now in that category of those people who make money every day, every hour, every second, right? So for me, that's where we're going. I want to make money every second. There shouldn't be tick and I have not made money. Tick, another money. Tick, another money. Tick, another money. Tick, another money. That's where Elon Musk is. That's where Jeff Bezos is. That's where Bill Gates is. All these top 100 richest people in the world, they don't even make money daily. They make money per second. Multiple income per second. It's not even just one transaction. Per second like this, millions of dollars is coming to their businesses. Is this a good session or not? Did you enjoy this, guys? If you enjoyed today, type I enjoyed it. Beautiful. It was good. It's beautiful. Come on, talk to me if you enjoy it. Type I enjoyed it. This is good. Tell me what you've learned today. Okay? Tell me what you've learned today. I want to have an idea what you've learned. This is part 1, by the way, using the law of association to build wealth. Like I said again, our own definition of association in the world in the School of Finance is different from the general definition of association. In the School of Finance, association simply, the law of association simply means your financial destiny is a function of the relationship you keep. Your bank account is the average of the 5 closest people to you. And I want you to do this assignment. So assignment number 1, use style to ask the 5 closest people to you how much money is in their account. And I promise you, your current bank balance is the average of what they have in their account. I promise you. So what this simply means is that your financial destiny is a reflection of the quality of people around you. So if you want to change that, if you're tired of where your finances are, you then now need to intentionally strategize changing the quality of people around you so that going forward into the future, your income can reflect the people around you. So law of association simply means your average, your bank account, your financial income or your financial worth is an average of the 5 closest people to you, right? So, and if you then want to become richer and wealthier, you then now need to strategically begin to put, we talked about 5 different categories of association you need, and rich association is just one of them, because many of us miss it. We only pack ourselves to rich people, then we don't have the powerful ones. Some of us pack ourselves with powerful people, then we don't have the loyal ones. We don't have anybody loyal. We don't have faithful people. We don't have people in our lives who will defend you and stand by you even when you mess up. They will look at you to the face and say, you mess up, but hey, I'm still your friend. I have to stick here. I have to still be here. So some of us haven't built those categories of association. So if you joined us late, go watch the various association I talked about that you need for wealth. You must have all of them in correct proportion in your life. In correct, adequate proportion in your life, okay? And avoid the opposite of those people, okay? Because we're talking about those you need, okay? You also need to avoid their opposites so that they don't mess you up big time. So this is part 1. We'll continue part 2 next time you see this face. For those of you who are in Houston, Texas, okay, if you're in Houston, Texas, let me know. Come on, talk to me. Are you in Houston, Texas? We're having, or you're in the USA generally, where, yes, this video is saved on this page, so follow the page and you can watch it again and again. So those of you in the US, or you're in Houston, we're launching our estate this Saturday, Jasper Estate, Richmond. And it's a 19-acre property. Amazing opportunity for you to make money. You can be an investor. We're not selling the houses yet, but we are raising funds to build the houses. We're raising about $50 million. So 35 million will be raised from investors, from institutional investors rather, and that is as good as sorted. Then $15 million is being raised through debt syndication. So you can come in as a partner with me on that deal, and every 18 months you'll be getting 15%, 20%, 22%, depending on how much you invest of what you invested. And that's really how to build wealth, really. Right? One of the things I didn't mention is also that sometimes you want to do business with wealthy people as one of the easiest way to build relationship with them. Okay, I'll give an example. There's no way Grant Cardone will have been associated with me if I didn't patronize him. Let's be honest. There's nothing connecting the two of us together. Okay, so there are certain relationships you need. One of the ways to accelerate access to them is to be one of their investors, right? At least the day you get to meet them, you can say, hey, I'm one of your investors, and they will give you more attention compared to anyone who is just saying, my mentor, I'm your fan. And I get all of that all the time. You're my fan, but how have you helped my business to grow? Because if my business isn't growing, I won't be able to come here and teach you for free for 1 hour. Do you agree with me? Even this session I've done for free, I will have asked you to pay. Okay? But because I'm making money from my businesses, I'm able to afford to come and just teach you for free what I will have charged you a lot of money for. Right? So if I'm not financially stable, I cannot teach you how to become financially stable as well. And for that to continue, then people have to do business with me. You have to invest with me. You have to also encourage other people. Even if you can't afford to invest today, you have to be able to look for people who can afford and say, hey, I know that man. He's doing some project in the US. I encourage you to do business with him. Because as long as his business is okay, he will continually be able to do good things. And this is part of the reasons why we lose our heroes in Africa, because we just get used to our heroes adding value, and we forget that they too have needs, and they have things they are doing, and those things they are doing need support, right? And that's why a lot of, we always say we lack heroes in Africa because people don't care. People are bothered more about what they want from those people, and they don't know that those people also need something. And how can I be part of the success story? How can I be part of those making this man's vision to come true, to grow, so that he's in a good emotional and mental state to be able to also keep doing what he does that is affecting my life positively. So sometimes people ask me, why did you go and pay Grant Cardone $20,000 for a 3-day conference? I say, I love the man. I love what he does. If I don't patronize him, who will I patronize? A lot of what he teaches is the reason I will not have had the courage to raise money on social media if I had not met Grant Cardone, right? But when I saw the man, he's a billionaire in dollars, raising money like crazy, I knew something wasn't wrong with me, because when I started those social media things, Nigerians were saying that something's wrong with me. Rich men don't come on social media. Rich men don't do this. Rich men don't do that. Okay? And they forget that these rich men you are talking about, there was even no social media when they were my age. When Dangote was my age, there's no Facebook, there's no Twitter. What they had was newspaper, and they did newspaper publications, true or false. What they had was TV adverts, and they did TV adverts, true or false. Come on, talk to me. So if you as a young person now have social media and you are not able to use it because you are trying to compare yourself with Dangote, who is older than you, who was not in your generation, right, or Tony Elumelu, you're missing it, because they are different from you. They were not existing during your era. Their world was different from your world. The way they made money was not the way you made money. I see some people tell me, be like Dangote, don't talk about politics, and I laugh. Okay, number one, Dangote business rely on government to survive. My business doesn't need government to survive. Instead, I'm the one giving government money. When I buy land from government, I'm the one giving government money. When I pay tax, I'm the one giving government money. So my business is not dependent on Tinubu or a governor to survive. So you can't expect me to be scared of government like a Dangote or a Tony Elumelu will be. And so you need to stop comparing, and that's where many of us fail. They that compare themselves with themselves are but a fool. Number two, the era of being scared of government is gone. Okay? We're in the era where the richer you are, the more you should be able to tell the government the truth. Else, the youth will come and burn your business down. And that's when you will know who is more powerful, the people or the government or politicians. So we're in a populist movement where people want you to say the truth, right? People want you, even if you think you are rich and you are not affected by poor government decisions, people will come after you. See how many comedians that people came after because they supported a particular unpopular candidate. See how many people that people boycotted them because, you know, so the era has changed. The world is changing. So when people want me to be like certain people, I just shake my head. You don't even get it, right? I'm not in those people's era. And when I meet some of these people privately, they tell me, Stephen Akita, how have you come this far? We love the way you've gone about your social media. We love the way you've gone about your online brand. They tell me when I meet them, can you help me? Can you build my online reputation the way you've done it? Because when I was young like you, Stephen, we didn't have all this social media thing. You know it. I trust you. Help me build my brand. So meanwhile, somebody's on social media trying to compare me with Dangote or Tony Elumelu. You see how funny the world can be. So I'm happy you've gotten value. So this Saturday, if you can come around, I'll love it. We're going to stream it. Richmond, Texas, Jasper Estate, Richmond, Texas. We're launching the estate. We have full possession of the land, and we're going to start building houses. We're doing 60 units, single family home, strictly luxury. It's an estate inside an estate, and we're going to be building something very fantastic. So send me a DM if you want to be part of this project. Somebody is asking what's the minimum amount. The minimum amount is $10,000 minimum. Some project is $100,000 minimum. We have projects all over the world. So, but this particular one we're launching this Saturday is $10,000 minimum. Also, we're doing a Ghana CEO leadership retreat, 16th to 20th of May. President Obasanjo will be there. Dr. Akinwumi Adesina will be there. Professor who is the president of Afrexim Bank will be there. Professor Patrick Lumumba will also be there. We're having a lot of great minds, powerful people. We talked about powerful association, isn't it? It's at retreats like that you meet these powerful people. You meet great people that you will need in the future as your empire begin to grow. So register. You can attend virtually or you can attend physically live in Ghana. So send a DM and let me know if you want to come for it. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time together. Also, we have a couple of other things we're doing. So I have mentorship. I have 42 books I've authored. So there's a lot I'm doing. You can be part of it. Just send a DM. The Great Gym Global, send a DM and I'll give you all the information about all that we're doing. There are enough. The launch in Richmond, Texas is free to be part of it, but the CO retreat is not free. You have to pay for it. It costs us a lot to have all these people, right? So it's not free. But the launch of our estates in Richmond, Houston, Texas is free to attend. But send a DM, we'll give you all the information, okay? And you'll be able to get all the details that you need. My joy is that we're constantly growing. We're constantly getting better and bigger. It's not easy, and that's what I tell a lot of my younger friends here. Life is not easy, but keep moving. Through the fire, keep moving. It is the consistent that eventually will win. It takes a lion heart to have a lion's share. Those who make it at the end of the day are those who are consistent. In spite of the crisis, the challenges, they keep moving and they keep winning. I love you. God bless you. If you join us late, go watch this video all over again. Powerful, powerful information. I love you all.